How you doing, man? How you doing? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? How you doing, man? How you doing, man?
Yeah!
How you doing, man?
To try and be the best in 8th division.
The wind is blowing cold. Have we lost our way tonight? Have we lost our hope to sorrow? It feels like we're all alone, running further from what's right, and there are no more heroes to follow. So what are we becoming? Where did we go wrong?
Ladies and gentlemen, for the 124th time in your lives, welcome to Saturday Night's Main Event. I am Jay Scoop, and of course, welcoming you to our night full of action we have here. We got Jeff in the building, greatest fighter of all time. We got Josuke in the building. We got Juan in the building. We got David in the building. We got Drip in the building. We have Ghost Girl in the building. Now what the hell is this emo with Patrick on a leash? But Icy the Ghost on the home peacemaker in the building. Folks, welcome in and welcome into our festivities tonight. We have some big matches ahead of us, of course, including a big trios matchup later on. The Brothers of Destruction and a partner of their choice set to take on the Patriarchy, Nick Wayne, Christian Cage, and Killswitch. Thank you for the shout outs, Jeff. I appreciate that. Damon, you said a statement from the Madness Association will be made within the next few days. It's been quiet. Oh my God. Ghost Girl, why? Oh, why is this duck so damn thick? I hope y'all have been enjoying your Saturday so far. I hope everybody enjoyed their Independence Day. I appreciate you joining us here today for our stream. Folks, I'm glad to report that I'd say I'm at about 95% back to health. So if at any point I go quiet today, I may or may not be hacking my lungs up. Good and ready to risk it all. Now, Jill, when you said that, Jill, what do you mean by that, Jill? For the damn duck? Crazy work, I must say. That clip is crazy. I'm glad to see you get a win here in JT's Twitchverse, because when we do step inside a Hell in a Cell at some point,
you know, you might not be so lucky. I'm just be honest with you.
but again, on top of that, we got some other big matches coming up, including the Madness Association's Natalia. Everybody can start booing now. Natalia in action here tonight to take on the Incredible Family's Mercedes Monet. We also have for you, but a realist in the building, oh my! Realist, welcome in and thank you for joining us here tonight. Yeah. We also have Low Key going head to head.
Yes, Lord.
I was waiting for it. Going head to head with one of the newest members of the Madness Association, Claudio Castagnoli. Goodman spoiled the return. We already announced this last week. I had a boostastic time yesterday with family. That sounds perverted. I'm gonna be a little honest with you, Robert. So in spite of this sick son of a bitch, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to get started with our first match of the night. And again, thank you. Listen, this confuses me as well, said. It is time for us to get into it here. With our first contest, some tag team action. One of the most legendary teams of all time, multi-time World Tag Team Champions, just recently lost their tag team championships on Raw this past week to the Judgment Day. The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston in action in our first match of the night against the very evil, very good Danhausen and his partner, the this man. The cold-hearted handsome devil.
You don't even know.
Hold it down for the 730. It is Hook.
These 16 bars cost 16 cars. Kiss these balls, bitch, we stars. Fuck that shit, you ain't hot like Chris. Got a little shine, but not like this. Time crumbles when a jet black inside rumbles.
Hookhausen rides again.
Motherfuckers forget to run back up on the set and every motherfucking jump shot wet.
The son of Taz, the human suplex machine. Trailing closely behind, Tooth Jones, Denture Stevens. These two are a lethal tandem, but how will they fare against these men? Now, Robert, how in the fuck are you going to be outside on the 4th of July and almost get your head blown off by a firework? Who would be supplying the world with mayonnaise at that point if you got your shit blown off? Bozo fucking Stevens. Well, luckily you're here today for Saturday night's main event. And again, folks, it's my honor to bring you episode 124. We weren't sure we were going to make it, but we are here. We're starting this match out. It's Xavier Woods and Hook starting this contest out for us here. I'm getting used to, once again, not being on camera for this, which is beautiful for me, by the way. I want to say I'm enjoying this. And so now I don't know where to fucking look between my one monitor and the other one, the game or OBS. Crackhausen, don't be looking over a firework. Robert Woods stared down the fucking barrel of the gun. Metaphorically, of course. I heard WWE is interested in Danhausen. Yeah, it'd be very interesting to see what they do with them. It was Action Bronson on the track, ladies and gentlemen. Action Bronson, who we saw walk out last week at the end of Michael Jackson and Prince versus Rated RKO. Later tonight, following that match from last week, Randy Orton will be going one-on-one with Prince. So you can look forward to that, ladies and gentlemen. No more getting turned on from face cam. No, Jeff. My question to you is, who the fuck? Let me ask you one more time. Who the fuck was getting turned on by face cam? I think, never mind. Now Goodman had to get used to not being on camera. It is a little weird, I will say. I had to make sure and go through all the scenes just to make sure the camera was off. And it really, I was very paranoid. You know she was lucky. You're losing your damn mind. I heard a rumor, just a rumor, that Robert and Juan are making a tag team called the Tonays Experience. Oh my God. Just a rumor I've heard. I live Watts. What the fuck? Robert just doxed himself. It's crazy. I live Watts, which is a hood city.
Which is a hood city.
Where my family's from. So let's say everything was wild. What the fuck? I had a great time. Well, I'm glad to hear that, Robert. Thank you for letting us know, and I'm glad you enjoyed yourself, and I'm glad you're in the building here today, along with everybody else. Thank you all for being here today for episode 124 of Saturday Night's Main Event. We have a big night ahead of us this weekend, and then next weekend is going to be chaotic because in the same weekend we have AEW All In, we have WWE Evolution, and we have Saturday Night's Main Event. It's Kofi Kingston lands the boom drop on Danhausen. So nice he does it twice. Danhausen back to his feet, hold it down for the time being. Sorry, Juan, didn't mean to say feet around you like that. Big drop kick avoided there. And now the drop toe hold. Kofi Kingston may be in trouble here. Robert doxed himself as crazy. No, not it. Listen. Robert's tried to dox me before, and it did not work out. His version of doxing was to read every city off the list in Maryland and hope that I would just give myself up. Man, this is going down the fucking list. Halethorpe, Ellicott City, Annapolis. But it is what it is. We remain safe. We was 3 in the morning popping those loud boom fireworks. What the fuck is a loud boom firework? Robert says we'll be outside with some mayo in hand talking about,
Hey y'all, let's set out these loud boom fireworks.
sorry about that. Hook with the big overhead toss by one arm. Xavier Woods here has to be careful. Hook learning from one of the very best, the human suplex machine, Taz, his father. Taking Hook under his wing, teaching him everything he knows. Another former trainer of Hook, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes. And of course, Danhausen here, an avid CM Punk fan. taking from his playbook. Will he be able to put Kofi or Xavier to sleep tonight? He said loud moving fireworks. You know the Taliban there. Robert is in the That's crazy to try to throw out there. Robert be putting sentences together sometimes. I'm like, what the fuck? Now see, that is true. A friend of Punk. That's how he lists his Christmas cards. He's like, who will receive a card this year? Are you on the short list of friend of Punk? And Danhausen's face paint is always at the top of the list. Him and then FTR. Those cherry bombs and then parade looking fireworks. Okay. I didn't went to sleep until 5 a.m. Golly. Well, I know they say no sleep too, but usually that's reserved for Brooklyn. Here tonight, we're here with Saturday Night's Main Event 124, where again, we have some huge matches ahead of us. Trios championships on the line. Andre's posse defending. As a few members are pulling double duty here tonight as well. Icy, I appreciate that. I did procure the win. I had all top 4 spots in the song battles in JT stream. So shout out to JT once again, hosting song battles for everybody last night. What was the theme? It was cookout songs. Ironic, because I believe last year when we did cookout song battle, I won that too. With Return of the Mac. You said, Robert, please unplug the keyboard. Hey. Whoa. Robert, you heard him. That's tough. I was knocked out of solid banner in JT stream. I was like, hey. We held it down. Brainbuster there from Xavier Woods. You were the only person voting. Well, I hate to accuse people of no longer voting once they lost, but that's tough. Oh, I'm late on saying this? Fuck yeah, okay. Simone in the building as well. Simone, welcome in. Brother Dumbo in the building, welcome in. We've got Mo in the building. Mo, thank you for joining us here tonight. Y'all, I'm telling y'all this. I'm getting over being sick. This dry cough a bit.
1, 2, 3, 4.
I got a few solid minutes of yapping. Boy, it sounds like I'm trying to clear the fucking Sahara Desert out of my system. Now, Mo, let me ask you something about this clip. At what point when you were watching this on YouTube did you decide that the world needed to see it on your behalf? Hey, this motherfucker penguin getting his esophagus stretched. He get his Matrix clean from the outside. Watch him go while I'm in the library. Oh, that sounds like it's only gonna be. It's a recipe for disaster, I must say. Traditionally quiet place, the library. Traditionally loud man, me. How's it? Procuring the big win. Oh my God. Procuring the big win here tonight.
When a jet black M5 rumbles, all from what I did last summer. But motherfuckers,
you'll love to see it. Hell of a win for a team that we don't see all that often. The go to sleep, the undoing of the new day.
And there will never be a part 2. Shit, you're looking at some motherfucking art, bull.
Action Brawls on the track, yes it is. RP to Julian McMahon, 2005's Dr. Doom, yes sir. Also of, what show was he on? It's a show I did not watch, I must say. Nip Tuck, I want to say it was. Iconic clip. I mean, that's really the only way to describe it, Mo. Legendary clip. One of Robert's favorite clips. Charmed, okay. Nip Tuck, yeah. Charmed, okay. OMG, he died? He passed yesterday. While you were out trying to fucking blow yourself up with some fireworks. Put it in reverse, third. Robert's ass was out there saying he was going to do the opposite. He's running toward it. Robert heard the fucking song, I'm gonna soak up the sun, and he wanted to fucking have the fireworks shoot him up toward the sun.
How you doing, man?
Brother Turbo in the building. Turbo, welcome in and thank you for joining us here tonight. I hope you're enjoying your Saturday so far. I hope you enjoyed your Independence Day. We're just getting started. The first match of the night.
Racism is bad.
I agree with you, Brother Wong. The first match of the night saw Hookhausen defeat the New Day. Danhausen defeating Kofi Kingston here tonight in our opener. How am I feeling today? I'm doing better. I got a dry cough that's kicking my ass. But outside of that, can't complain. I heard the fireworks explode mayonnaise like Nickelodeon slime. That's, oh my gosh. Robert's about to do unspeakable things now that you said that. Coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, we have Eagle's Nest versus Madness Association here. As Shinsuke Nakamura, representing the Madness Association, of course, ran in a few weeks ago in Kurt Angle's matchup here in our opener against Samoa Joe. And thus has led us to this encounter. Kurt Angle of the Eagle's Nest has been hunting down Shinsuke Nakamura, waiting to get this opportunity, and tonight he's going to get it. As these two competitors go one-on-one for the first time in years. I survived O-Block in the shooting yesterday. It was shooting all night. Oh my gosh. Well, we're glad to hear that you're here, Turbo. Robert tried to blow himself up. Now they tweaked out over an O-Block, on O-Block. Maybe in O-Block too. Now, Jed, let me ask you something though. When you said exclamation, super soak, what did that mean? I heard. That's crazy. Oh yeah, which is weird because he was against Samoa Joe, who was also in the faction. I hate this storyline. You can blame Eagles for that. Still, y'all ain't no Mayo involved or exist yesterday. Now, Robert, obviously there's an inconsistency here. Mayo most definitely existed yesterday, okay? Now, if you're trying to argue that it was not, you know, a part of your festivity, a part of your celebration, we also have to call that into question. Because it's a part of everything you do. Mayo Works goes crazy. Just the disgusting visual of it shooting off like Nickelodeon slime is really fucking me up right now. Terrible. Ladies and gentlemen, what's not going to be terrible is this next match we have coming up. As I mentioned, Shinsuke Nakamura one-on-one with Kurt Angle here tonight. Madness Association versus Eagle's Nest, and it's about to get started right now. Here we go. We're missing the audio from the game. Hold on. There it is. Mayo Muncher. Oh my. Fireworks went boom, 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 sounded like gunshots. Oh no, we know. Robert described it the same way. Shout out to Kevin Nash, man, was cooking on Twitter yesterday. He told him to go back to his AA Alabama double wide. That's crazy. Crazy, hilarious. Must have existed once that clock hit 12 for Robert. He tried to dispel it from the universe. And then at midnight, like Cinderella losing her shoe, Robert stepped into a jar of mayo. Even after the event, we are still super over. Woo. Maybe, or maybe not, brother. I recorded Sims 2 footage in Pro Wrestling Simulator. We're gonna love to see it. Shinsuke Nakamura and Kurt Angle locking up here tonight following their encounter a few weeks ago. Kurt Angle now with the Fireman's Carry Slam there on the King of Strong style. But Shinsuke with the big knee drop now. Representing the Madness Association against Kurt Angle and the Eagle's Nest. These two competitors, two of the most technically sound in the history of this business. Is B. Arthur eligible for Journey of Wrestling? I don't think so, Jeff. But attempt to convince me and see if I might change my mind. If some mojo comes out, I swear to God, I'll pop. It could happen. We just may see him. Ah, Robert, you son of a bitch. Maze in the building. Thank you, Jeff, for the shot to Maze. I appreciate that. I heard the jump scare go off just as I was trying to fucking drink some water. And suddenly I got the Mohegan Sun localized in the back of me throat. Poich. How loud is that shit? It rang my ears just a little bit. But luckily the bass of the song, you know, offended. One of the many karaoke tracks you can hear Fatoma sing over our stream. That also includes Toxic by Britney Spears, Africa by Toto. If you have 40,000 points, you can add a song to that library. Shinsuke Nakamura reverse, is Gossip Girl eligible? I don't think so, Jeff. But again, you know, but I think Penn Badgley might count because he hosts a podcast. Superplex from the top as Bray's out of government building. And the ankle locker's in. Crazy me, a few of my peeps were talking about this game, a legendary game. One of the most thorough creative suites of any wrestling game there's ever been. You gotta pay about $140 in DLC, but once you have it, you have it. I hate this game, not gonna lie, I'm so bad at it. Now, see, playing is a different story. Oh my, triangle choke!
Give up?
Thought he might have had him there, but Kurt Angle able to find his way out of it. And dodged the first kick, ate the heel on the jaw. But a belly-to-belly sends Shinsuke Nakamura flying into the corner. And now just challenging the Olympian to continue to bring the fight to him. Reza, I hope you enjoyed your Independence Day. Welcome into episode 124, Saturday Night's Main Event. Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we are here with our second matchup of the night. Hookhausen defeating New Day in our opener, and now Shinsuke Nakamura representing the Eagles Nest, representing the Madness Association, taking on the Eagles Nest's Kurt Angle. Off the ropes, they both go clothesline. And both competitors feeling the effects of this match 10 minutes in, but neither man willing to give up yet. What about iCarly? Maybe on the technicality. We might be able to work iCarly into the mix. Kurt Angle once again, belly-to-belly suplex and Shinsuke into the center of the ring. Our official for this contest, Yolanda, watching closely as these two continue to beat the hell out of one another. Kurt Angle is throwing Shinsuke Nakamura every direction. Meanwhile, Shinsuke has Kurt in the corner now. What's he got in mind? You get the midsection. Foot on the throat. Give it a little. And now once again looking for that triangle choke. And he got him! Shinsuke Nakamura! Getting the win here tonight. Hell of a win right there. Can't discount it. Can Roppers have a podcast be eligible for Journey of Wrestling? Well, I say yes, they can. I see. Well, I mean, we got Joe Budden already in there and everything, so yeah. If there is a rapper with a podcast, we can definitely get him in there. Be sure to drop your suggestions in the Journey of Wrestling Ideas tab in the Discord. And I'm continuing to add people to the game as we go along. We still have the list from last week, and I added to it throughout the week while I was sick. And so I will still be adding people, and I'm pushing for Monday will be our return to Journey of Wrestling. Be blessed that Eagles didn't see that. Oh my God, he would throw up. Oh my God, you heard me about the fucking choke right there, just trying to say the word God. My apologies to he. Dog with the blog. Hold on now. God fucking Lee. We're trying out here. He does have a blog. Let's see what he puts on there before I say yes. Kurt Angle had Daniel Puder flashbacks and tapped out. He just might have. He was trying to save his neck. Again. As we get ready to move into our next contest here, ladies and gentlemen, we mentioned it earlier, but the Legend Killer Randy Orton team with the Rated R superstar Edge last week in a losing effort to the team of Michael Jackson and Prince. Well, here tonight, ladies and gentlemen, Prince standing toe-to-toe with Randy Orton, the Legend Killer. And that one coming up next. Also recommending Cody's dog, Pharaoh. Well, listen, I don't know what the models for dogs in Journey of Wrestling looks like. If I can find a convincing enough looking dog, then we'll see. But if not, we may just have to forego any dog inclusion. Hate to be, you know, not all encompassing. I hate to not be inclusive of all dogs, but we may have to just settle for those who have that dog in them. All is necessary. Here tonight, we're going to see if Prince can continue his winning ways in singles competition. He won the tag match last week along with Michael Jackson against Rated RKO. Can he defeat the man who defeated Michael Jackson a few weeks ago in 3 minutes and 15 seconds with an RKO? That being the Legend Killer, Randy Orton. Brady counts that she does have a podcast with Cody now. She was on Cody's podcast, yes. But I don't know if I would put her in since she was just a guest. Currently editing, say less. I'm gonna have to challenge Eagles for the rights to Samoa Joe. Oh my, well listen, if he accepts it, I'm more than willing. She also had a cooking show, now that we might have to let her rock. She did have now I'm remembering that you say that. I remember MJF talking some shit to her while they had like margaritas or something. So yeah, I do remember that now. We'll have to see. But we'll worry about that after the stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we have Randy Orton 101 with Prince here on Saturday night's main event 124. Ladies and gentlemen, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, all the way from St. Louis, Missouri, former Intercontinental Champion, former World Heavyweight Champion, and former Tag Team Champion, the Legend Killer, Randy Orton! But his opponent, that's what I'm throwing out for Icy's, Cameron, and Mace, since they have a podcast. Again, feel free to drop them in the Discord so I remember, but for the most part, that's the main reason I'm going to ask. Randy versus Prince is crazy. Listen, Prince and Michael Jackson got the win over Rated RKO last week. Randy Orton was asking for this one.
Fight!
Run my hands like Birdman and the Strangler from SpongeBob, a team you don't hear of too often. Birdman and the Strangler. Orton against Prince right now, kicking us off here with the uppercut. Wait, me challenging Eagles will have to wait. I got to challenge Icy in the AARP. Well, you got your match tonight, David, with, let me see. Charlotte, Roxanne Perez, and Bayley taking on Trish Stratus, Liv Morgan, and Zelina Vega. Tonight, we'll also see Broly take on Alberto Del Rio, Mercedes, of course, against Natalia, Claudio, and Low Key. Andre's Posse defending the championships tonight against Icy's Congregation, Hulk Hogan, Ultimate Warrior, and Bruno Sammartino. And then I have a big match for Drew McIntyre later tonight. Again, somebody, let's say, I've been just keeping my eye on here recently. I want to see what they do here tonight in action when we reintroduce them to the mix. None of y'all will be incredible family, to be honest. Respectfully. We're going to see how things shake out. Could we see the Trios Championships finally change hands here tonight? 80s Hogan's going to be a little tough to beat. I can see it now. He might be one of the biggest problems that the trio has had. Prince with a stiff shot to Randy Orton, but Orton dragging him into the center of the ring now, and an elbow to the back of Prince. But Prince fighting back. You got to give him credit where credit is due. A big drop kick there. Picture perfect drop kick from Prince. Randy Orton fighting back, maybe underestimating this competitor. Dragging Prince again away from the ropes. He cannot get a pinfall or submission under the ropes, but a DDT!
5 minutes gone.
And a stomp from Prince goes to the cover. It may be over, ladies and gentlemen. Only a 1 count at the 5-minute, 13-second mark as this match continues. The double axe handle from Prince. It may be a bit of a dry heat out there, ladies and gentlemen, but will we see a little purple rain here tonight? Or will the legend killer shut down the legend of the artist known as Prince?
1, 2.
The most prestigious in Fire Pro. We'll see what time will tell, absolutely. No lie, I might have to blast some Art Music Factory in the Incredible Family locker room. That's like dropping the poison gas in there. It's devious nature. Headlock takeover there from Prince, taking Randy Orton over into the corner, but again, dragging him away from the ropes. The in-ring savvy of Prince. Something that you cannot contest, ladies and gentlemen. And another DDT, these competitors back and forth, dropping one another on each other's heads. Off the ropes, they both collide, but neither man goes down. Prince was thinking about charging in the corner of Randy Orton, but Randy Orton moving out of the way. Right there, over the top. Head scissors now. Prince unforgiving in his assault on Randy Orton. But again, the tides can turn here at any given moment. A huge boot. And now working over the knee of the young legend killer. Prince still feeling the effects of that drop kick there. RKO! Prince with a shot, a stiff shot to the jaw that dropped Orton. Orton lands his first RKO almost as a defensive mechanism. And the shove, and oh my gosh. Jeff, what the hell was that? I like that we've unofficially declared Jeff as the answer for all Prince's motions. Why did he shove Randy Orton, swivel his hips, and then smack the shit out of him? Back and forth these competitors go, no distinct advantage so far in these 10.5 minutes. But only one of these two men can leave here tonight with the victory. The snap power slam there from Orton. And now the RKO once again, but can he capitalize on the moment? STO from Prince, what's he thinking here? It goes to the cover, it's over. Only able to garner a 2 and out. No overdrive! The ozone! Prince with a scoop slam of his own, trying to stay in this one. Look to the back, body drop, no, turns into the atomic drop. A knee right up the ass of the legend killer. And another DDT now. Randy Orton taking no prisoners. RKO! Maybe taking lives! But again, Prince back to his feet immediately. Jeff just calling the shots from behind the curtain. Throw his ass at the leg minutes up. Prince on the top. Purple Rain! This would may be over. No, only a 2. Holy!
1, 2, 3.
Randy Orton taking a moment to regain his wits on the outside. Back in the ring by the count of 3. Any younger Orton to interfere? Any younger than this Orton? I don't know. You might be talking about a middle schooler or some shit. Went for the purple rain again, but Orton avoided it. Prince still fighting back and eats a DDT for his troubles. Off the ropes now goes the legend killer. Drop down from Prince. Clothesline. Moving the leg. Oh my gosh. No! again! Okay, 5 RKOs! 5 RKOs! Finally putting away Prince! 16 and a half minutes. Randy Orton is your winner here tonight! What a win at 16 minutes 37 seconds. Randy Orton defeating Prince. You said, damn, I guess Blouses didn't win. Hey, but he still put up a hell of an effort. Prince nearly getting the victory there on a few occasions, missing that second attempt at Purple Rain, the Phoenix Splash off the top. If only it had connected, would we be looking at a different winner here tonight in this competition? Is this the last time these two men are going to collide? Once again, like we say almost all the time will tell. What the fuck? Who was that? I digress. Michael would have won. Ooh, Simone. I hate to be the one to say it, but it was only a few weeks ago that Michael Jackson lost in 3 minutes and 15 seconds to an RKO. One RKO. But maybe on a different week. We'll have to see. Either way. Here tonight, Prince takes a loss to the RKO. 5 RKOs, as a matter of fact. A rough night. Freddie Mercury would have won. All Freddie Mercury would have done was bit this nigga. And it had been game over. Orton jumps up for the RKO. He bites his bicep. You gotta chew that motherfucker right off. And then say something like, oi, bruv, it's a chewy steak. Sorry about that. One of those things where you say it, and then as you say it, you're like, listen, nigga, that dig. Now, Jill, when you typed exclamation Goodman, what were you of the impression that was going to come out? What did you think? Did you think, governor? What's going on here? Yo, children, eh? Now, Jill, when you posted Nelson and Roger on your own, was this you trying to show off, like, your kids to the tribe? Like, you're trying to let everybody know, hey, here's what my children look like? Like, you know how parents keep their photos of their kids in their wallet? Came late, but there it is. No. You saying that that's what it had done is a fallacy. Good jit 1 and good jit 2. Absolutely not. Nelson and Roger named after Prince, Jeff's favorite artist. Combination versus The Undertaker, say less. Let's get added to the list. Well, thank you for the big bit. I appreciate that. Combination versus the American Badass, The Undertaker. We put Juan's name next to it and a foot emoji to indicate that this is his request. Coming up, though, a match that Juan actually pitched not all that long ago, and we kind of just have to see how it would play out, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, just for scientific purposes. It will be Sky Blue one-on-one with AJ Lee. And folks, that match, as I assess the time, it's going to be going down right now, ladies and gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get into it. We got a soul in the building. For the soul. Welcome and thank you for joining us here tonight. A Sky Blue makes her way to the ring. From a Chicago native to Jersey's favorite daughter. A woman that married her way into Chirac. Hey, Lee!
Fight.
Simone, you said mine go. Hey, listen, mine too, mine too. Sky versus AJ. Hey, you know, from a completely unbiased, impartial figure here as myself, I must say that I am looking forward to this contest right here. As AJ sends Sky Blue off the ropes, she catches herself, taking her down overhead and goes to the cover. Not even getting a one, trying to play the mind game here. Big chop. Evolution 2 tickets not selling. You mean to tell me that a show that they didn't promote until like this week isn't doing well? And actually, I feel like that's not true. To say it's not doing well would be false to say. I think the single seat tickets are the ones that aren't selling that well, but I like the combo tickets and all that for that and Saturday night's main event are flying. But they still got like 1,500 seats left. Yeah, they've done a terrible job promoting the show. Chalk it up to whatever you would like, you know, but they have violated. I would have paid good money to see Awesome Kong versus AJ Lee. Ooh, that shit would have been. Woo! Speaking of now, Sky Blue set off the ropes, and now Carter has the arm. Sky Blue, though, taking AJ Lee overhead and goes to the cover again on AJ this time. Trying to play some mind games, and the Hurricane Rana now from Sky Blue has AJ under the bottom rope, and that chalk it up to the ring awareness of the relative rookie in comparison to AJ Lee. Sky Blue still learning the ropes to an extent.
Yeah.
Although I will say, maybe one of my favorites in AEW, it's a Shining Wizard! Saturday night's main event is already 10K people in the building. Well, of course, they're all there to see Goldberg. That's who Robert bought a ticket to see at least. Thank you for the big bid. I appreciate that one. As we continue on with this contest here, Sky Blue lands a suplex.
5 minutes gone.
As AJ Lee lays in these shots with the Fez press on the Sky Blue. And the elevated knee lift in the midsection, but a Hurricane Rana once again creating a bit of separation of space. Now she walks into the neck breaker. I was not buying a ticket to see Goldberg in the main event. Listen, it'll be the last time ever Goldberg's in the main event. Or maybe not, brother. Maybe we find out that's not the case, dude. Off the ropes, Sky Blue with the kick to the midsection of AJ Lee, and now the pin attempt here. Look at this! 2.9!
Yeah.
And if we can get an action replay on that, okay, I'm being told we can't? Okay. Okay. AJ was maybe looking for that octopus hold. Maybe the Black Widow turns into the Skywalker. Eats an elbow to the jaw, courtesy of Sky Blue. Sky Blue now with the elbow to the chest. AJ heading up top, what you got in mind? Tornado DDT! Now the head scissors again. This time it sends Sky Blue to the outside.
2, 3.
AJ Lee holding court in the center of the ring on her own. But Sky Blue well before the count of 20. Joining her back in the ring for the drop toe hold there. As Juan watches even closer now. Kick to the midsection there from Sky Blue. And a Skywalker around!
1, 2.
Garnered a 2.9, but it's not enough to end the match. Wait a minute! John Cena! And the Black Widow is in! AJ gets the win, but why was John Cena here? Why in the hell was John Cena in the building? John Cena, who is not scheduled for a match today, I don't believe, making his presence felt. And showing face here at the end of this match, didn't put his hands on anybody, thankfully. Oh, we might have had a hand on that, you feel me? Some people on Twitter are calling out WWE on this evolution on money greedy, and some are not, so it's half and half. I mean, listen, also, it's a lot of an echo chamber on Twitter, so you're not going to get the full range of opinions on the show, but I think the general consensus is they've kind of shot themselves in the foot with promoting the show. So I think it's unfair to put the blame on the women themselves for a lackluster build to a show that they really haven't promoted. But we'll see. I mean, it may deliver. It's next Sunday. Cena said that was his last appearance. He's counting that in his 15 dates. Oh, son of a bitch. Cena said, yo, woman punk. Oh, that'd be crazy. He just come down to say, what's up, woman punk? Oh, my. Glad Jordan and Carmelo Hayes have announced they're getting married. Oh, my. For the JT in the building, JT, welcome in. I blame Ripper Ace. Oh, my. That's a deep cut if you don't know. He said, Ripper Ace. I barely know her Ace. Terrible. Thank you for that. Shout out to JT, by the way. I appreciate that, GL. JT, who is hosting Twitchverse stream tomorrow night, where Jeff and I will collide.
Changed my shirts because the other one was split out. Probably changed my.
And I think that this is actually a good time to speak my piece, especially before I have a dry cough fit once again and have to mute up.
All right, guys, you see this?
So after the clip, I will give my final thoughts to Jeff, Omar, and Bob. Don't care. Oh, you're gonna care, pal. If it's the last thing you do, you'll care. Jeff, I want you to listen to me. Now, I don't know how it is. We got Brother Donovan in the building. First and foremost, Donovan, welcome in and thank you for joining us here today for episode 124, Saturday night's main event. We're about to set up our next match. Once again, with some Madness Association representation in here, following how things played out last week in the Tag Team Championship matchup. But first, let me say this. We got the upper hand right now. Brother Red in the building as well. Red, welcome in and thank you for joining us here tonight. We've got the upper hand right now. Well, let me speak to that. Jeff, I don't know how in the hell, after losing to me on so many occasions, that there are DVDs circulating on the black market and white market of me whooping your ass time after time after time. I don't know how you found your way into a fatal four-way matchup where my championship is on the line against you, King Omar, and Bob. But whether it's you, King Omar, or Bob, someone tomorrow is getting their ass whooped. And it will not be me. I will be walking in tomorrow night with 2 championships. I will be walking out tomorrow night with 2 championships. And as you all are very familiar, each and every time I got to put one of y'all down in Twitchverse, it's as simple as It's as simple as these 3 words. And you each could hold one of these words. Decide who wants which one, shuffle them up, put them into a bag, and pick blindly. Because for Jeff, Bob, and Omar, it's yo ass. I'll see you boys at the pay-per-view. And that's all I got to say about that. Our next match coming up here, ladies and gentlemen. The Miz in action here. Thank you for the shout to Red. I appreciate that, Jill.
And thank you, everybody, for accommodating my chicanery, my tomfoolery.
So he said, woo! Live it here, Jeff. I know what Bob looks like under that damn suit, and he is no white man. That's been Ric Flair's hold up this whole time. You've tricked him into thinking that Bob was white.
How you doing, man?
This is like when Stone Cold had to fight Kane and Undertaker in the triple threat. Whoa. That's okay. Miz sweeping, hopefully. I don't think he's going to sweep in this one. As he takes on Ozado. Death-defying Sabu! This one, you know, it's going to be tough for The Miz. Hopefully painful. Giving us like the dude in SpongeBob. How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man? Let's see. Please don't say upper hand, because I literally watched a video of local Los Angeles rapper by the name of Fork. I think I did see that video. Lost his fingers. People are diabolical. He needs a hand. He needs correction.
Oh my God!
But don't he? He blew his hand off. Robert's trying to fucking send himself to Jesus. One half the current Twitch Tag Team Champions, Sabu! Ready for action here against the Madness Association's The Miz. Lord, I think Miz cut.
I think you're right. He is cooked.
It's gonna be a long night for Mike Mizanin as he takes on Sabu here one-on-one on episode 124 Saturday Night Fan Event. Scoops him onto the chair. Things not looking good for Mike, even though he's landing the chops right now. Eats a DDT. Just as soon as the tide shifts in his favor a bit, eats an elbow to the face, courtesy of Sabu. And folks, I promise now that we are out of Tribathon season, we are going to be moving back into some universe mode this week. More 2K. We're going to get back to Journey of Wrestling early next week. Oh my gosh. Stiff elbow to the face from Sabu. Busted the Miz open. I got to imagine cut the forehead or maybe hit him in the bridge of the nose. But Miz is bleeding now. Of course, we would never celebrate the Miz incurring injury. A back body drop there onto the Miz from Sabu. And currently one half the Twitch Tag Team Champions on the receiving end of a suplex from the Miz. Quickly taking the fight right back to him. Thank you, Juan, for that. I will take a quick seal. Another back body drop there from Sabu, taking down the Miz. But the Miz doing his best to stay in this match. There's only so much that the former #1 contender could do. He and Shinsuke Nakamura losing last week to Rob Van Dam and Sabu. And again, later tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we will see Drew McIntyre in action. You will also see Natalya, unfortunately, in action. Alberto Del Rio. And even up next, we have Madness Association taking on the Congregation. Psycho Clown coming to WWE. He just had his last AAA show. Oh my. Big DDT there from the Miz. But will it amount to anything? Oh my gosh! Sabu launching a chair. Hard stop at the Miz's head. And now, looking for the submission. Sabu hoping for a submission there. Wasn't able to get Miz to tap out yet. But how far are we off from seeing that very thing play out here tonight? Looking for the pile driver. Drilling Miz in the ring, head first. Another stiff shot there from Sabu with the Miz with a bulldog. Sabu gets straight up from that weak shit. Kick to the midsection, drops the chair in the ring, drop toe hold. Face first on the chair now. Sabu off one rope, triple jump, avoiding the moonsault. Now Miz the headlock. Fonzie watching on as the official for this match. Drops down, drop toe hold once again. Miz, he's trying to put the pieces together. Simone. She's hoping that the Miz can put the pieces together here. Right now, pieces of the Miz being left all over this ring. That boy leaking. That nigga just pulling chairs from out of his pocket. Hey, listen, that's why he wears them big ass pants. Miz off the rope for a clothesline, look like shit. Kick to the midsection. Wait a minute, once again. Drop toe hold onto the chair. Miz now skull crushing finale. You hate to see it. Almost got the win, but we remember he's not good enough to do that. Flapjack there from The Miz. And now these terrible kicks. But Sabu, he's going to put an end to this one here. Pile driver. 1, 2, 3. You'll love to see it. And one half your current tag team champions, ladies and gentlemen, get the win here tonight, defeating The Miz. You love to see The Miz take a loss like that on any given night. Be it a Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, it does not matter. Sabu defeating The Miz here tonight on episode 124, Saturday Night's Main Event, as we pivot into our next contest, some trios action. Congratulations once again to Sabu. This next match. There we go. We'll see 6 women in action here as the congregation, courtesy of Sir Icy and the Madness Association, will go head-to-head. All hope coming out of this upcoming weekend is that Moxley hopefully loses the AEW World title. I'm still trying to figure out exactly what we're going to be doing in terms of what we're going to watch. I don't know that we've ever watched the AEW pay-per-view here on air. But I'm thinking we either watch that and then watch Saturday Night's Main Event and Evolution and Raw on Monday, like all of it on Monday, or we just forgo the AEW pay-per-view. But I kind of really want to watch that show. So I'm undecided. We'll figure it out. Whatever it is we're going to do next weekend. Once I know, I will let y'all know. 4 nubs is crazy. Oh my. That's tough. It's like, nigga, who was in the NFL that lost their fingers that one year in the off season? This nigga had a hand like Roger from American Dad after that. Somebody will give me a name. The OG Black Rangers only has 4 fingers on one hand. AJ Hawk. Okay, thank you, Juan. Is that right? AJ Hawk? Same AJ Hawk from Pat McAfee show? I feel like I'm thinking of a black player, but maybe I'm wrong. You about to have me boot up 2K24 and go back and look. Look at him and go, ah! That's crazy. Bitch, I have 4 ads. Why you tell me that like I handed them to you specifically? I want him to think about what a bussy emote would be. These are insane. Ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get into our next contest here. Again, you see the Madness Association on your left, Charlotte Bailey and Roxanne Perez against Sorority's Congregation. We have Trish Stratus, Zelina Vega, and Liv Morgan here on your right. These 6 women are about to throw down, and ladies and gentlemen, that match is about to happen right now. Now, Juan, when you posted Jeff's kids like this, why did you do this to them? I don't know what you said because we asked. I said, Robert, what the fuck would a bussy emote look like? And then Jeff has provided us some clarity, although I can't say I'm the better for it. And ladies and gentlemen, to offset the Madness Association, here is the Congregation. Liv Morgan on the left, Zelina Vega on the right, Trish Stratus in the all white. Women walking the ring tonight with purpose. Looking to pick up a win on behalf of the Congregation. And we're going to kick things off here with Charlotte and Trish Stratus. Big suplex turned into a scoop slam there from Trish. Taking down Charlotte Flair, but now Charlotte takes down Trish Stratus with some of her technical wrestling ability there. Charlotte Flair, the daughter of Rick. Regardless what you may think of her, she is technically sound. And Charlotte forces Trish down to the mat again as she drags her across the ring. Goes for the cover here. Gotta be from a psychological standpoint, trying to play mind games for the legend. Knowing it is far too soon to go for a cover, looking for a win. Trish now sending her off the rope. Was maybe thinking Thesz Press, maybe thinking Bulldog, wasn't able to get either one. Roxanne now the legal participant in this match for the team of the Madness Association. Bailey, Roxanne Perez, and Charlotte Flair. Charlotte or Terry Runnels? It depends on what you're asking. I think if you were to ask me who would I sign to a company, better wrestler, well, I mean, Charlotte is the better wrestler. It's not that I don't think Charlotte can work. See, Natalya I think sucks. Charlotte can work. It's just that she's not as good as everybody says she is. Natalya or Terry? Alright.
Well, hold on a second.
No, fuck it. I'm gonna stick to my guns. I'm gonna say Terry Runnels. Modern Terry Runnels. And we're not even talking about Marlena with the gold dress and the cigar. Or doing the little fingers as horns backstage talking to Kane. Wall work, it is what it is. Natalya's kryptonite, all you gotta do is say the words WrestleMania 34 to her. If you don't know, don't Google it. Especially don't Google image search. Liv Morgan avoided the clothesline there from Bailey. Down to what I'm just saying, you know?
I'm gonna call a spade here.
As Charlotte gets the tag back into this match, the two of the four horsewomen.
1, 2.
Laying out Liv there with the double enziguri, but the congregation now saving their teammate. Now double enziguri to Charlotte from Trish and Zelina. Basement dropkick takes out the knee of Charlotte Flair. And part of the Dark Boy in the building. Dark Boy, welcome in and thank you for joining us here tonight. Episode 124, Saturday Night's Main Event underway. My biggest enemy tonight is this dry cough I still have.
1, 2.
Simone, welcome back. Natural selection there to Zelina Vega. Trish with the forearm of the face of Roxanne. And Zelina nearly packed up. But she's still fighting back, sends Charlotte off the rope. Collision there between these two competitors as Bayley's tagged back in. Power bomb into the reversal of Hurricane Rana. Liv saves the match for his team just narrowly. Liv Morgan and Trish land the suplex on Bayley. You see Trish a little gingerly. And her approach to return to her feet there. Maybe feeling the effects of this match already is sinking in, and now the tag to Trish. Bayley from the top, went for the elbow drop on Trish, but Trish avoiding it. And Trish Stratus swinging neck breaker takes down Bayley, the role model. In bad shape here in this match, a back body drop now from the legend. And the running bulldog there from the #1 contender to the WWE Women's Championship. It's broken up by Charlotte for her team. This is Madness Association against Congregation here. And the latter half of this match undeniably has been all Congregation. Bayley in deep, deep trouble here. Her best bet is going to be to tag out here soon. But if Thez Present may just stop her from doing so. The association breaks up the attempt at stopping the beatdown from Trish Stratus. And now it's just carnage. All 6 women in the ring. Leaving it to the 2 legal participants and Bayley siding under Trish on the rebound. The arm drag now from the role model. She looks to tag out, but to who? Roxanne Perez now in this match, as is Liv Morgan. Yeah. Liv and Roxanne back and forth we go. Step up enziguri now, but Roxanne drop kick to the face. And we saw these women go head to head last week.
What?
I said we saw them go head to head last week, Chad. It's Oblivion, and folks, it's not over yet. Again, all 6 women in the ring. Pandemonium, breaking out every which way you look. Liv Morgan shutting down Roxanne there with these shots. The chest plate there from Liv, but now the neck breaker from Roxanne, stopping her in her tracks. Kick to the midsection from the former NXT Women's Champion and an elbow to the back of the neck. These women leaving it all on the line here tonight in this matchup, representing their 2 factions. Gotta imagine Damon and Ice here watching both close eyes on this one. Trish, the legal woman now for her team once again. Holding Roxanne in place, cutter from Zelina Vega. The congregation working here like a well-oiled machine. Seem to have a plan going into this. Meanwhile, the Madness Association's playing them constantly, moving in and out, cycling their partners here throughout this matchup. Seemingly effective. Charlotte around back, rolls Trish up.
2.
Luckily, Zelina Vega nearly whiffing the first kick, but stopping this matchup.
2, 3.
And right there, folks, Charlotte Flair with the roll-up while everyone else is fighting, able to get the victory for the Madness Association. Hell of a back and forth between these 6 women. Charlotte catching Trish Stratus off guard while all the other 4 members of this match were embroiled in a brawl. Charlotte securing the victory, rolling up Trish Stratus there. Close call, could have been anyone's night. Here tonight, the Madness Association getting a win. You can put it in the presses, ladies and gentlemen. I'm also surprised. But will that continue to be the trend of the night? Because coming up next, Alberto Del Rio has a hell of a fight ahead of him. Last week took on Low Key. Tonight takes on Low Key's longtime tag team partner now. Donovan said, Charlotte sucks. Who was that out there? It was J.S. Goodman. I hate this bitch. That's crazy. Now again, Del Rio, an interesting spot. Recent acquisition of the Madness Association last week in the Battle Royal to determine the number 1 contender for the main event that night. Had a very interesting turn of events there against Carmelo as he applied the arm breaker on the outside after eliminating him. A very unnecessary attack. Don't know what brought it on. And we haven't heard much coming out of the Madness Association camp regarding that since. So I'm wondering how that's going to play into things tonight, moving forward in general. I suppose time will tell. But he's got much bigger fish to fry tonight. Let me make sure I say that properly. He's got much bigger fish to fry tonight. As he goes one-on-one with Broly. Once again, I want to thank everybody for being here for episode 124 of Saturday Night's Main Event. We're still to come. We have Trios Championship action. Andre's posse defending against the Congregation as well. Drew McIntyre set to be in action tonight following his World Championship loss last week. Not losing the championship, but his opportunity at the championship. Newest member of the association, Claudio Castagnoli, to be in action here tonight against the man who will actually be ringside for this match. The former Twitch champion, Low Key. And with that said, ladies and gentlemen, we're ready to get into this matchup. Alberto Del Rio against Broly. Here we go. Oh my. Del Rio may be in some deep shit here. A man on his own island, finding himself stuck in the ring with one of the most dominant competitors we've ever had here on Saturday Night's Main Event. In 124 episodes, this competitor's probably lost as many times as we've been here on the air without a technical issue. Very few and far between. They needed to face the Del Rio already. But Alberto getting a shot in here early on has Broly in the corner. And this on any given night, something strange could happen. Alberto could always get the, oh my gosh, I was gonna say get the big win. He just got backhanded to hell by Broly. But he's trying to fight back. We'll give him credit where credit's due. I think in the first 2 minutes here, he's had the most offense, but hasn't been the most effective offense. I think that's still got to be accredited to Broly. Yeah. And the thing is that no matter what he does here, once Broly gets back in that driver's seat, it may all be rendered ineffective. And right there, that Pele kick has turned the tide. Didn't one of the women beat Broly? Broly did take a loss here in a tournament 1 week to Mercedes. That's how Mercedes found her way into the Incredible family.
She got her damn inclusion shine by beating Broly.
Del Rio targeting the legs of Broly. And he's been consistent this one to this point. Stepping up and the big kick to the back of the neck. I will take myself a little shield, if you will, a shield. Handspring into the Enziguri in the corner. Headbutt to the midsection. All I did was wake Del Rio up. Trading Enziguris. That should be the whole match, honestly. Just Enziguri for Enziguri.
Break.
Austin Crab as Broly is in the rope. I just popped the cough drop. Popped. I don't know why I said it like that. I just popped the cough drop. Oh my gosh! There it is, ladies and gentlemen. How Del Rio is coming back from that, I don't know, but Del Rio is clearly feeling it. Off the ropes he goes now. Knee to the face again. Trying to rip the damn arm out of the socket now. I want y'all to think about this. If you can't do any impressions, just work on creating a very nasally voice for yourself. And then when you want to sound like Kane with the voice box, say the word socket, but say it low. Say it slow. Like get your nasally voice up and say, socket. And you could be Kane from the voice box era.
Break.
If you want a new party trick, there you go. I'm playing you one game. Oh my gosh, the flaming skull! There you go. Eagles in the building. Eagles, welcome in and thank you for joining us here tonight. As Del Rio has the armbar applied to Broly. Eagles, I hope you've been enjoying your Saturday so far. We are here with episode 124 Saturday Night's Main Event, where Broly is in the armbar courtesy of Del Rio. Thank you for the shout out to Eagles. I appreciate that, Jill. We've already had some Eagles Nest representation here on the show.
2, 3.
And Broly getting the win over Alberto here. The result, I don't know, was ever in question. What in the gravity is Broly's friend was that shit? He's just an anomaly, I feel. You don't understand Broly. You just accept Broly. Well, there you see it there, ladies and gentlemen. The Jigoku Suki rolling soul butt into the pin at 9 minutes and 7 seconds. Broly defeating Alberto Del Rio here tonight. You said some may say he might be legendary or phenomenal. You hear in the back, phenomenal. AJ Styles got something to say about that. Now coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, a match that people will be talking about how fast it ended due to the overwhelming talent of one and the complete gutter trash ability of the other. As the incredible family's Mercedes Moné is set to go one-on-one with Natalia, representing the Madness Association. That is Dragon Ball Z shit. All you see is him flying and hitting Del Rio in the air. I mean, absolutely. He is the legendary Saiyan after all, Donald. We had to, you know, it has to be Broly accurate, you feel me? Mercedes got Jay Lethal in her corner. I mean, you think she's going to need Jay Lethal? We can get Jay Lethal in her corner.
I don't believe Jay Lethal Black Machismo is booked for anything else tonight, brother, so we can get him out of here if we need him.
How did my faction do? Not Kurt Angle's most dominant performance, I will say, against Shinsuke Nakamura. But they went out and had a hell of a match in our second match of the night. And much to Damon's chagrin, there was no Samoa Joe run-in. So he didn't do well, did he? Well, I mean, it's Kurt Angle, so you got to imagine he always does well. Did he win is the question. And that, well... Yes, we forgot about that. Damon issued a challenge to you for the rights to Samoa Joe. All right, folks, it's time to get into this next match. Mercedes Moné. Mercedes Moné taking on Natalia. And I think it's a very important time in this country to ask the important questions. What is it that Natalia can do for you? Now that we've stopped for a break to do an impression of the presidents of the past, and let that be the only president we impersonate here tonight. It's time for the match. Mercedes, Natalia, going down now. Goodman got the English voice going. Well, it was almost more sort of a JFK. If he brings the woman, sure. Oh my. The CEO, it is boss time. Mercedes Moné. Woo!
You really suck.
You know there ain't nothing like a good ass kicking, and I think it's about time you had one. Don't make me plant my foot up your ass.
Don't worry, jabroni. The Rock is gonna end it quick. Don't take his ass whipping personally, son.
Match now officially underway. Poor Natty. Poor us for having to watch this. Half baked movie the A meeting. Boo this man. Boo! I'll give this a geek. Natty with the double underhook, wasn't able to do shit with it because Mercedes with the reversal. Love to see that. You hate to see a suplex attempt from Natalia, but you love to see the suplex from Mercedes Moné. So my faction basically lost today. Yes. But again, on any given day, it could be a different result. You feel me? Just keep getting them out there. Damn. Almost makes you want to root for Natalia, the underdog. Well, I don't think underdog is the good right word for it, you know? It's like James Ellsworth versus Owen Hart, you know? just because you're more likely not going to lose doesn't mean that it makes me want to cheer you on. Just means come out here and lose, tuck your chin on the bump, and then get to the back. Get out of my line of sight. Mercedes putting the boots to her. Said, fuck, we must regroup. Hey, that's the plan every week it should be. Get the team together, strategize, come back with a new game plan. Running Bulldog there from Mercedes Moné brings Natalia down to the mat. A knee lift there, dropping Natalia as Mercedes locks in the bank statement. Not able to force her to submit yet, but we can only pray that the time is coming soon. Into the corner goes Mercedes now. And Natalia with these terrible stomps in the corner. Letting one of her two left feet guide her in this one. The neck breaker now from Mercedes Moné. And you always got to watch out in these matches. You got to be careful because you never know who might show up and be a sudden member of the Madness Association. Anyone can walk out at any time and suddenly have a deal in their hands. The backbreaker into the bank statement again. Rick Knox, though, letting Mercedes know he cannot observe the submission due to Natalia's foot being under the bottom rope. Now sharpshooter again. Mercedes in absolutely no trouble at all here. Or another faction joining because of the chaos. Well, I mean, that's always a possibility as well.
1, 2, 3.
And Mercedes now the roll of attempt on Natalia, but again, too close to the ropes. And a back body drop at that time puts Mercedes on her shoulders. Natalia eats the elbow to the mouth, and a huge kick there for Mercedes. Who heads up top, what she got in mind? Homage to Eddie Guerrero! It is flowetry, it's floetic even. Mercedes maybe to get another backbreaker into the blueprint, but was not able to get it in the type to snap suplex. And now the drop toe hold. Juan waiting with bated breath to see what happens with the toes after. Suplex sends Natalia to the outside.
What the hell?
Oh, sorry about that, Juan. Sorry about that.
Had me a tad miscalculation in the corner.
Another frog splash from the top. Mercedes drops down on Natalia. Gotta imagine the damage done so far is starting to add up. But perhaps to both of these women, as Jay Lethal watches from the floor. The sharpshooter again. Mercedes still not giving up, refusing to give up. As she should. Goes to the cover here. Got just a bit too close for comfort. You have a fascination with toes I do not understand. That is exactly what I said to Juan. Matches Moné with that shitty discus lariat there from Natalia. She goes for another sharpshooter. What did you say to me? the former Twitch champion, low-key.
Fight!
Taking there, Claudio Castagnoli and Low-Key already getting into a battle here.
Give up.
Leaving nothing a chance. Low-Key going after the arm of Claudio Castagnoli. This man, uncharacteristically strong. Uppercut right there. That man just rocked Low-Key shit. Claudio trying to walk him down into the corner. And Low-Key fighting back, fighting his way out of any corner, any of the predicaments that Low-Key can find himself in this match. He knows a reversal. He knows a way to get out of it. But in Claudio's case, all he needs to focus on is getting a hold of Low-Key at some point and beginning to impose his strength. And in 2.5 minutes, neither man with a distinct advantage yet in this contest, but that may change here very soon. A back elbow rocks the shit of Low-Key. Sending him crashing out of the map, and now Claudio takes him to the center of the ring. And an elbow to the back of the head of Low-Key, but it doesn't slow him down any. If anything may have just pissed him off. He has a side headlock cinched in. Tightening the grip around the head, around the ears. Trying to affect the equilibrium of Claudio. But Claudio fighting back with his uppercuts at the time, being it's nothing else but to create some distance. And he does so successfully. But does he have the opportunity he needs here to capitalize on the moment?
Give up.
Elbow to the back of the neck again. Low-Key blocking the kick at that point. Now starting to scout more Claudio's moves. And look at these chops, rapid fire. Lighting up the chest of Claudio and has the head scissors now. Why you bald? Yes. Yeah. That's his response to those shits. Yeah. Somewhere in the back, John Moxley very confused. Could we be leading up to another battle of the Baldies battle royal at some point? A Baldo Royal, as they call it. Only internationally, though. From the top. The fuck was that sound he made when he jumped?
Right.
Claudio goes to the cover now on Low-Key. Sound like Yoda, golly. Kind of not that Claudio does. The back up is where I need you to fall.
Give up.
Jesus, grilled it is. Ricola bomb there from Claudio. Yeah. That's what it would really sound like if he yelled. Too much grit in the game. There from the suplex, double underhook into the pin. Only able to garner a 2 count for the time being. But another double-handed Mongolian chop. And Low-Key now the receiving end of that gut-wrench suplex. These two men with a lack in hair, they make up for an aggression. Having the Dragon Sleeper applied, Claudio may be in trouble here.
10 minutes gone.
Breaking the hold and taking him down, but what's he got in mind here? The swing! Swingman Stevens, Claudio Castagnoli with the big uppercut. And now the roll-up man caught him off guard. So nice he does it twice. Got him for another 2.9, but it was not enough. A handspring into the big Enziguri. You can call it a page out of the book of Broly. You call Broly's page out of the book of Low-Key such a successful tag team in their time. And that transition to their time as a trio alongside of Andre. That matchup up next, ladies and gentlemen. Low-Key doing back-to-back matches here. Well, that's just the champions that they are, ladies and gentlemen. They're willing to take on any and other challengers here. Roll of attempt once again and may end this match.
Greg, you should not take bad for your health.
1, 2.
Bring it to me, you shall.
1, 2.
2.9 once again. Claudio staying alive in this one. Very good-esque.
Yeah. 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 Popped up in the uppercut now.
European uppercut there from Claudio. May have knocked Loki's jaw to the 6th row, but he's still fighting. Enziguri once again, a solidly placed kick to the jaw. Claudio Castagnoli now. That's how you know this man's ears is ringing. He's sending him for a little spin. So nice, he's gonna do it again. And we got Sinister King in the building. Sister, welcome in tonight. I appreciate you joining us here for Saturday Night's Main Event 124. Low Key gets the win. I hope you've been enjoying your Saturday so far. You got here just in time to see Low Key defeat Claudio Castagnoli of the Madness Association. Thank you for that shout out. I appreciate it, Jill. As at 15 minutes and 42 seconds, Low Key procures the victory over Claudio Castagnoli. And already we head into our next contest where the trio's gold will be on the line. Low Key rushing to the back to be with his partners as they get ready to take on their challengers here tonight. Representing Sir Icy's congregation, it will be Bruno Sammartino, the Ultimate Warrior, and the Immortal Hulk Hogan. Should be a very interesting matchup to see here. Will we crown new champions tonight in the form of that congregation, or will Bruno, Warrior, and Hogan find that tonight they will obey? Just got home, had to buy some new Turtle Beach headphones. Well, I hope they have crystal clear audio. Hyper HD sound. Bass booming in your ears. I'm hearing you good, perfectly. I'm doing my best. That's the specific reason I'm doing my best to not cough in y'all ear during the stream. Because every here and now it creeps up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for this Trios Championship action. We love the coughs here. Absolutely not. Feeling any better? I am. The only thing I have left, really, I mean, a little bit of congestion, but outside of that, it's really this dry cough beating my ass. So I'm doing my best to get through it. Hey, listen, we're most of the way through the matches now, so I can hold out for a little bit. Once we get past the main event, I might just shut the fuck up for the rest of the night. That may be good news for everybody else that's here. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, right now, a.k.a. JS Sick Man. Okay. Was it COVID or what? No, it wasn't COVID. At least I don't think it was COVID.
Did I take the test? No.
But from having it before, the symptoms were not that extreme. Could it have been a different, strand or something? Maybe. It was terrible on Monday, a little bit better Tuesday, a little bit better Wednesday. Thursday it was significantly improved. Friday it was a lot better. Today, obviously, I'm feeling as good as I have here recently. Again, just this dry cough is really kicking my ass. But with all that said, if he has COVID, that means he would have visions of the Backstreet Boys and never have any NSYNC songs. That's crazy. So you're saying COVID would bring about delusions of, oh shit, what's one of their names? I'm trying not to just say Nick Carter. That sounds like that's the only one I know, but I think it is the only one I know.
How you doing, man?
Lance Bass. Well, no, Lance Bass isn't NSYNC. I could come up with their names. We're gonna do a roll call right now. Imagine. I got a fucking dry cough. I can't sit here and say anything for more than 2 minutes at a time without trying to hack my lungs up. But I'm gonna name every song from every album. Let's get into this match, y'all. Did I miss the main event of Natalya versus Mercedes? Well, you didn't miss the main event of Natalya versus Mercedes, but you did miss the match of Natalya versus Mercedes. And we're not going to talk about that. Wait. No, we're not going to talk about what happened because we have Science Congregation taking on the Man Association's enemies here of the Incredible Family. So did Natty win? Oh, brother. And your champions, ladies and gentlemen, Trios champions, Andre's posse. It's Andre the Giant, it's Broly, it's Low Key. Will the congregation tonight bow down and obey? How did it happen? Somebody tell me. Why does the man fight? Broly and Hogan kicking things off here. An interesting starting two. Broly already in action here tonight, defeating Alberto Del Rio. And Low-Key defeating Claudio Castagnoli in our last match. Broly launching Hogan across the ring here. As he is now stretching Hogan out, hood to post, beating his ass. Hogan with a big scoop slam there to Broly. This music haunts the challenger's dreams. So Natalya beat the GOAT woman. Does that mean Natty the GOAT? Absolutely not. I just assumed do a cannonball into a pool full of broken glass, butt ass naked, before I'd ever call Natalya the GOAT. Now Ultimate Warrior and Low-Key, the legal participants in this contest for the Trios Championships. Can the congregation win gold here tonight? Give up. Back and forth of these competitors again. Low-Key just defeated Claudio Castagnoli. He's already in action once again here. Now defending his Trios Championship alongside of his longtime tag team partner Broly and their mentor now, Andre the Giant. Lighting Ultimate Warrior up with those chops, the former Twitch Never Openweight champion Ultimate Warrior. Give up. Break. Bruno Sammartino, legal man. Now is Broly the legal man for his team. Two absolute powerhouses. And right there, Broly gets the last shot in that exchange, but really tearing. Give up. The bridge of the nose there, closing in on his larger than life bicep there. Broly an absolute brute in this contest. Warrior saving the match for his team. Bruno goes to the cover there. And again, in the Sirius congregation here, made up of Ultimate Warrior, Hulk Hogan, and Bruno Sammartino taking on the team of Andre's posse. Two devastating kicks there from Broly and an elbow to the back of the head of the Ultimate Warrior, who's in his Independence Day gear. Nobody told him it was yesterday. We asked him backstage, he said,
I packed one set of gear for the weekend.
now low-key the new legal man as is Hulk Hogan. Hogan and low-key. A match I'm sure that was on no one's bingo cards. And now, what the fuck is this motion from him, bro?
All the crack is running through my system now, dude.
Leg drop! But low-key close enough to the ropes to stop the pin. A suplex to Andre.
10 minutes gone.
But now look at this. Right where we started, ladies and gentlemen. Broly and Hogan, the legal man. He's having a CJ. Looked like one was starting up for sure. But now Warrior in the ring, saving the match for his team. Hogan caught up in the corner, courtesy of Broly, who's taking him up top. What's he gonna do from up here? Hogan fighting back. Hogan tags out to Bruno. Preserving the match for his team and his energy. Did she win by sharpshooter?
Ooh, I don't remember. Ooh, I won't tell ya. Tell ya.
Chaos Theory! That's the remix of T-Pain. Wait a minute, is he gonna force Broly to tap out? Gotta remember, Broly and low-key have already been in action here tonight.
He said Hogan's the top rope isn't for me, brother.
That's absolutely what he would say. He wants to tease the spot and then he carefully climbed down.
I'm not gonna blow out my ACLs, dude. I'll be damned if I jump and my asshole blows out, brother.
Wait a minute! Took him high in the skies! Goes to the cover, maybe over! Hogan kicks out! But how? Now they're going back and forth, ladies and gentlemen. Broly takes down Hogan, tags out to low-key. He sends low-key off the rope. Big boot off the ropes goes Hogan! Leg drop! But he was in the ropes once again. Not able to get it. Now Andre's in the ring with low-key. Andre just stepping on Hogan's.
Oh, how do you feel about my boot and go on?
Hogan now once again. Leg drop! Broly breaking up the pin immediately. Broke back Hogan. Oh my gosh. Oh my! It's chaos every time you blink. Something else catastrophic happens. WrestleMania 3 rematch was just like that. Tags out to Ultimate Warrior, who drops Andre in one punch and out the ropes with a splash. The cover. Low-key saving the match this time. As they double team Hogan, you love to see it. Congregation's goose is cooked. I mean, I'm fair to say y'all still in this one. Warrior right there with the big suplex. Off the ropes goes Warrior again. Splash in the pin. To me, I have a feeling it's going to come down to which team is going to be slower to get to their partner here in this one. Andre now the submission. Warrior, if he can withstand it for just a second, I was going to say they got to break it up, and they do. Warrior now, another suplex. If he can stay close to his teammates here, he tags out to Hogan. Andre doing what's probably the best thing he could do, and that's tag out to Broly. The double power bomb. But wait a minute now. Is that Greg the Hammer Valentine? Chaos Theory. coming out to help the congregation, but he sat and watched. Is he an enemy of the congregation, or is he a new member of the Incredible Family? "19 minutes, 51 seconds. Broly putting Hogan on his neck with that suplex. I met him in Florida over 20 years ago. How was that? Greg the Hammer Valentine, he said, nah, he's not invited.
Well, sorry about that. I was trying to get recruited, but instead, he shut the door in my face.
And still your trios champions, ladies and gentlemen, the Incredible Family. Now, what a contest that was, ladies and gentlemen. Dropping him high. On his shoulders, Hulk Hogan. His goose was good. Can anyone stop them? We'll have to see. Time will tell. 2 matches for both Broly and Low-Ki tonight, and it still wasn't enough to put him away. Good experience, solid guy. You let it hear it. I'm trying to think if I met him. I swear at some point I have met him by now. Hogan sucked, though. Now that, I believe. You don't have to convince me, brother. We believe you. I may have to go and look in the old encyclopedia and see if I met him. His name is in that motherfucking encyclopedia. His name is signed in the encyclopedia, I should say. It's not just in the encyclopedia. I like that Damon is trying to TMZ his way into Jeff opening up a spot for Greg the Hammer Valentine and the Incredible Family. Hogan wanted $50 for a picture. Greg the Hammer Valentine did it for free. Yeah, I can see that. Although $50 from Hogan sounds like a lowball offer. But depending on when it was, I can still see it being like, you know, him trying to get on the come up, you know. Well, yeah, brother, I'll be glad to take a picture with you, dude. Why don't you just open that wallet first and show me what you got, brother? In my mind, you were already about to take the picture with Greg the Hammer Valentine, and then Hogan walked into the picture and then said, oh, if you want me to get in the picture, dude, it's going to cost you an arm and a leg, brother. And you said, no, I didn't ask you to be in the picture, though. You just kind of walked into my picture. No way, dude. That's not how I remember it all, brother. This is at the Strawberry Festival in Plant City, Florida. I could see him fucking coming up with the fucking wicker basket in front of his face full of strawberries and then dropping them. Hey, brothers. I see someone's doing a little flash photography over here, dude. Wondering if you want me to get in this picture, brother. Sure, yeah, you can jump in the picture with us. All right, brother, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Now notice you have 3 bills in your hand, 2 20s and a 10. If I may take those off your hands, I'll gladly pose for the photo. No, that's okay. I need this $50. Well, so do I, brother. Have I ever met Paul Heyman in person? No. The day I meet Paul Heyman in person, I'm going to say,
if you think that I haven't been looking forward to this day since you told everyone they could suck your...
Although actually saying that sounds crazy because it sounds like I got a different idea. No, never mind.
Well, I take back what I said. I will never meet him in person.
Thank you, Mom, for the big bit. No, I'll be sure to let y'all know when I meet Paul Heyman in person. And I'm going to have it on video record so that my name is also cleared. This is in 05 when the Razor phones were popular. If you want to record a voicemail for you, dude, that'll cost you 125 bones, brother. But I'll very quickly say, hey, brothers, this is the Hollywood Immortal Hulkster, brother. I know, I just butchered a few of my nicknames that close together, dude, but the Woodmeister is here, and he wants you to know that you left a message for Sinister King's brother. If you got anything you'd like to say to me, though, the Hulkster, you can go to my website, dude. And if you're a lovely, voluptuous lady, there's an image file attachment link, brother. But if you're not a lady, don't you click that button, brother. I remember the Razor phones had a pink one. I remember seeing them. I never had one. Good enough for to be, get your hand off my pocket.
How you doing, man?
Absolutely. Goodman almost got clipped, brother. Yeah, I had to figure that out real quick, dude. I can't take those kind of chances around here, brother. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as we head into this next matchup, Drew McIntyre in action, representing the Madness Association. Damon, let's see if your boy can get it done. As he takes on a man that we haven't seen in quite a while here. But someone who I'm looking to keep an eye on. Just for the love of the game. His opponent here tonight, the Alpha Male, Monty Brown! Damon, I ain't gonna lie, your boy getting his ass whipped. He said, oh, I love Monty Brown. At least you TNA alum stepping into the ring. This is an attack gun. Now, I don't seem to remember there being any kind of protesting when I was being force-fed beans into giving you title matches last week. Off the ropes, they both go. They collide, but now the competitor goes down. Look at the 1,000-yard stare from Drew McIntyre as he sees the Alpha Male sitting across from him. That's the side headlock applied. But Monty Brown fighting back, giving it everything he's got. Monty Brown, of course, a force to be reckoned with, we've seen here. The new Razor phone's been out. Well, I'm interested to see what they do in the market. I saw a Mean Girls remake. Not gonna lie, the original Mean Girls should be left alone. It just felt organic. But yeah, I feel like that's the case with most remakes at this point. They can be hit or miss. Very few hit, I feel. The protest was in the fact that my main event was sabotage. Your event was sabotage, you say? I don't believe so. Favorite remake? See, I feel like a lot of like the really good remakes are the ones where you've seen it and you didn't know it was a remake. Like shit that was redone in like the 90s. Shit that were remakes in the 80s and 90s, you're like, oh, or like adaptations, I feel like it's probably a better word for it than remakes.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
One of the worst offenders in recent years has been Disney, doing all the live action remakes of their animated classics. Terrible.
16, 17.
Power slam there, Monty Brown taking the fight to Drew McIntyre. Like the Freaky Friday remake, yeah. No, that's probably up there. Wizard of Oz 39. Is that the one with Judy Garland in it?
1, 2.
Every time I hear a new detail about the making of that movie, specifically with her, it's just worse and worse. Do you think some remakes of pro wrestling storylines work or not as much? Usually not, only because I feel like a big part of what makes a lot of the stories successful, is the talent involved in telling the stories. So if it's not the same level of talent telling the story, it looks like a cheap imitation from the jump. Drew up top with Monty Brown. White. 1, 2. The White Noise taking down Monty Brown, but wasn't able to get the pin on him, and now the power bomb. 1, 2. Only able to garner a 2 count. These two are hard hitting, quick. and destructive.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
He used to work for a production company in New York, and one time I was given the opportunity to read a script for a movie that no one will ever see, but I really wish they would. Sounds interesting.
10, 11,
Y'all know Scarface a remake? No, I can't say I did.
13, 14,
What was the best thing about the script?
16. 10 minutes in.
They made it into a musical, which I...
Oh my God, there's the bus, Regina. Who the fuck? I'm on my way.
That's how that scene should have went. Close on there for Money Brown. Shot from Drew McIntyre. I love Scarface, but not if they made it into a musical.
Say hello to my little friend.
That's that whole scene.
Here I am, snorting coke. Say hello to my friend.
None of it is actual gun sound effects. Off the ropes, a huge close on there for Money Brown. Shuts down Drew McIntyre, sends him to the outside. Now Brown taking the fight to him.
2, 3,
I sound like,
Yeah, Shane. Money Brownies.
6,
And now we have Money Brown, the Alpha Male, taking the fight to Drew McIntyre on the floor. Drew McIntyre with the gutbuster, single knee. But a stiff shot there from the Alpha Male, Money Brown.
11, 12,
Hey, Shane.
13,
You're gonna see us fight tonight, Shane.
15,
Money Brown with the receiving some shots there from Drew McIntyre, who's back in the ring now.
17.
Money Brown follows suit. Mankind, the official here in this one-on-one contest. Believe it or not, 2 count, ladies and gentlemen, with that one, no one will be going to the bank tonight.
white noise there from Drew McIntyre. Pressed high overhead, Monty Brown. Fall away slam sends Drew out of the ring.
1, 2, 3.
And now almost psyching him out, playing it. Wait a minute. This is Richard Johnson, or Rod Johnson, one of them. This right here, ladies and gentlemen, from TNA, Dick the Cut Johnson's here. And he's attacking Drew McIntyre. Wait a minute, now Zelina Vega's here. But why? Why, damn. D&D. How to get involved in this contest? You said another woman? Oh my gosh. You said Jeff is somewhere sick of this. That's crazy. Monty's fighting back against Zelina Vega. This all TNA alumni in this one. Even down to our referee.
Does it happen? Out.
18 minutes in, and these competitors have been beating the hell out of one another. Monty with Drew in the corner, laying in these shoulders to the midsection. A man that some call wrestling's greatest what if. Trying to put the boots to Drew McIntyre. To Drew now with the back overhead throw. Belly to belly suplex, tosses Corbin across the ring. And Monty Brown now the victim of that future shock DDT. Is this the end of the match? He finds a way to kick out. Neckbreaker into the big kip up. Another neckbreaker, and Drew once again to his feet. Now we find Monty Brown in the corner. He's fighting back. He's giving everything he's got to stay in this one. Drop on his neck there with that back body drop, and yet he's still in the fight. Drew McIntyre can do little to stop him here, but a gut buster. Once you affect the breathing of your opponent, ladies and gentlemen, it's hard for them to come back. Future shock DDT. Now off the ropes, Monty Brown taking Drew overhead. And the sidewalk slam. He's doing his best to stay in this one, but eats a nasty headbutt there. Now the Claymore! Claymore kick, but Monty Brown on his feet again! Just a damn fist fight between these competitors now. The chops from Drew. Seemingly endless with these elbows now for Monty Brown. And another Glasgow kiss as CC joins us here tonight. CC in the building. Now when you said grrr, meat,
Why was that?
CC welcome in as Drew lands the future shock one more time. Is it the last time? 2.9. Clothesline for Monty Brown. And again, it's these two warriors, battle tested and all, fighting like this is their last opportunity to shine when the lights are on bright. Now it takes Drew up top. What's he got in mind? Elbow to the face. Drew McIntyre, what's he gonna do? A huge chop. The back elbows from Monty Brown. Monty Brown trying to put this thing together here. In the corner, Drew McIntyre trying to create a little separation of space, sends Monty to the other corner. Monty taken up top by Drew, but Drew on the receiving end of this big elbow drop. Yeah, let me take a little sip. I appreciate that, since the kid. Elbow to the back of the neck from Drew McIntyre. Takes out Monty Brown, but Monty Brown is still fighting back. This match not over yet. And the Glasgow kiss once again. Concussion City. Population these niggas. He said Icy said it out Zelina Vega. I believe Icy said it was unauthorized attack. We could have an alliance here. I don't know. When asked if he called the hit, he said it wasn't me. So I think the question becomes, Damon, do you have a mole that's trying to call the shots on their own? May have gotten Zelina Vega to run out. Powerbomb goes to the cover. Only good for a 2. CC, thank you for the hug to the people. I will refrain from hugging anyone until I'm rid of a dry cough, so that none of you catch it. Back elbow to the reverse elbow slam. This is going to be terrible. I agree. From the corner, Drew Claymore. CC's birthday is Monday. Happy early birthday. The cover, it's over! At 30 minutes and 51 seconds, Drew rights the wrong of last week and gets the win. We are strong.
What the hell?
We'll see about that.
30 minutes and 51 seconds of the big Claymore kick. That's tough. But Monty Brown went out there and had a hell of a match with Drew McIntyre tonight. A happy early birthday to CC. That will hopefully be full of non-degenerate activity. And no debauchery. I'm fully locked in now. Had some McDonald's, something small. Say less, Juan. I appreciate the big bit. Jeff would never send anybody out to assist me.
Well, good.
Drew got attacked by a golden condom. Thank you, Damon. Your official for our next contest, ladies and gentlemen, Mike Quackenbush defending his never open weight championship. Let's find out who his opponent is, ladies and gentlemen. As always, we hit this random select button from a roster of over 14,000 competitors. We will find an opponent for Mike Quackenbush. It could be someone who we've never heard of before. It could be a Hall of Famer. We were going to find out right now who will be challenging tonight for the never open weight championship. Can a streamer stream WWE events on their stream? So we could, like, we'll be here and we'll be live during the shows, and like you could hear the show in the back, which they sort of kind of don't want you to do, but fuck them. But you cannot show the show on your stream. So you can do that, but you can't show the event itself on the stream. But you can show anything else, and then like we've had like 2K footage on the air before during the show. We've had you know, me, unfortunately, on camera. We've had some other visual elements, but you cannot have the actual pay-per-view on the air, no. Or that goes for their regular shows, too. You can't do that for Raw, SmackDown, any of that. Don't ignore this alliance, I see. I know the attack was authorized an extension of the Olive Branch to the Madness Association. The attack was unauthorized, ladies and gentlemen. We got you right. Donald Duck. Dumb as hell. Terrible idea for me. Daffy Duck. I feel like I just did a Daffy Duck impression the other day, didn't I? What the fuck did I say? I don't know, man. Right before I got sick and then right after I tried to come back, it was just a nasty. Jeff will tell you, he was here the other morning for the Independence Day stream when we played Here Comes the Pain, and the whole last hour of the stream was a fucking one long Charlie Murphy bit. So, me on little sleep and sick is a dangerous combination. This one could be dangerous right here. Is one half the former Twitch Tag Team Champions, Isaiah Cassidy, member of Private Party, selected at random to challenge Mike Quackenbush tonight for his never open weight championship. Ladies and gentlemen, we only got a few more matches after this. Let's go ahead and get into it. It was random, but it was hilarious.
Listen, the prospect came up, and what would we do if Charlie Murphy decided to join the WWE? A lot of questions came to pass. First of all, how you expect me to run from a nigga named Isaiah Cassidy? Fuck is Isaiah Cassidy gonna do to me? Alright? And Mike Quackenbush. I know I turned my head to my side and said, what the fuck is a Mike Quackenbush? Nigga sound like you joined Daffy Duck and Donald Duck. Bunch of cartoon duck niggas running around.
Your official of this one, CM Pulse, James Darnell, James Fatal, Jizzy, Dizzy, call him what you want. Overseeing the contest, here's the challenger, Isaiah Cassidy. Attempts to take the never open weight championship off of Mike Quackenbush here tonight.
Mike Quackenbush, I barely know her, Bush.
Sorry about that.
What?
We will not be repeating it. Cassidy now in the corner, bringing the fight to Mike Quackenbush. Attempting to take the championship off him tonight. A beautiful drop kick, right on the button. The champion struggling to get out of the gate here, but the drop toe hold when wants here moves. David trying to force the hand of Icy into aligning with him is crazy.
Yeah!
Yeah. The champion taking out the fireman's carry slam as James Darnell watching this match from afar. He made sure to wear the gold links on. as he officiates this contest for the Never Openweight Championship. Now the submission is cinched in. Quackenbush keeping a close eye on things there, but Isaiah Cassidy able to get out of it. Now sent out the ropes, but that huge uppercut there with the palm strike. Almost through the chest of Isaiah Cassidy, but that didn't stop Cassidy from the rebound attack right there. And now submission again, targeting the arms.
5 minutes gone.
Challenger doing his best to stay in this one, but is he outclassed? Does he have what it takes to stop Quackenbush in this reign as Never Openweight Champion? Once again, folks, thank you for joining us here tonight for episode 124 Saturday Night's Main Event. Still a huge main event to come, an explosive main event as Swerve Strickland makes his next Twitch Championship defense in our main event. Quackenbush now has him in the tree. Joey Lawrence the tree. Whoa! But a CeeLo in the building with 2 straps.
Now, CeeLo, what the hell? So first of all, we had KOS CeeLo in the fucking building. The CeeLo on the day after Independence Day decided to bring with him 2 poolies. And I said, first things first, I know this nigga walking the party with cinnamon sticks on his head. And even I know when your legs look like Auntie Anne's Delight, I'm hitting the fucking hills. Alright? That's just a little agreement I made myself.
Quackenbush doing his best to take out Isaiah Cassidy. CeeLo, hope you enjoyed your Independence Day. Appreciate you being in the building tonight for this one. The Never Openweight Championship on the line. Mike Quackenbush in these big ass white pants. Being challenged tonight by one half of Private Party.
at your barbecue. Or he just may reenact the scene he seen in American Pie. How about the Coochie Continental Championship? Why did you think that changing it from Booty Continental to Coochie Continental was going to get me to change my entire stance on this? Back to front? I don't know. Okay. You know, I'll save all that for your journey of wrestling and your promotion come Monday. Pause if necessary. And you can do what you want for your promotion. You said, can I stick it? Goof as hell, you thought I was going to say the rest. But it works. Now, CeeLo. What happened to old dude who was supposed to run it with me? Donnie, you know, he gets busy with some other things. I think he was just there the day of, and we were like, okay, well, if you want to do it while Damon is, you know, busy. And then Damon can come back and take over when he's here. But then he got busy. So you guys might need a third partner in crime. That man needs to commit. Well, I think the irony in that is that we brought him on to do it because you were busy. So, you know. Listen, it's all, you know, good until somebody knocks you out of that number one spot. Jeff's creeping up there. Eagles is creeping up there. I'll be there before you know it. Icy's gonna be in that spot soon. Now, CC, let me ask you something. First of all, what the fuck is going on in the first set of emotes you dropped? Second of all, when you posted Jils, why was that? The good jits. Absolutely not. Not mine. Our next contest coming up, ladies and gentlemen, trios action here. And our co-main, we have the Patriarchy, Christian Cage, and his sons Nick Wayne and Kill Switch. Taking on Adam Page, Hangman Adam Page, recruited courtesy of the Brothers of Destruction. We're about to get into this one, ladies and gentlemen. Our co-main event begins now. Did I miss the trios women's match? Yes, you did. And we're not going to talk about what happened there. Nope, those double C's for the Instant Classic, Captain Charisma! Christian Cage! Kill Wayne Christian's crazy. Are you saying I clean swept? We are fucking back! Not quite. And their opponents, the Big Red Machine Kane, the Phenom, the Undertaker, and Hangman Adam Page, who lost to the Madness Association tonight, Claudio Alberto. I think that's it. And things are going to kick off here with Adam Page against Christian. Adam Page against Christian Cage. Hangman sent out the ropes, but comes back and takes down Christian with the tackle right in front of Nick Wayne. Young Master Wayne. Side headlock applied there to Christian Cage, the legend, by the former AEW champion and the maybe next AEW World Champion. Wait, Jeff, did you watch the women's trios match? I forgot who won that. I remember, unfortunately. But we got to talk about this trios match, ladies and gentlemen. Said, of course, you would forget. Well, listen, the match was against the congregation, you feel. So maybe Icy remembers. Maybe Icy could tell you.
Kill switch and Hangman Page throwing down. Now the legal man in this matchup. Scoop slam there from the former Luchasaurus. Goes to the cover there. Not even able to get a 1 count with our official Muhammad Ali in here. As the tag is made to the Big Red Machine, Kane. Claudio lost to the ADR face. Claudio lost to Loki. Del Rio lost to Broly. Shh. Icy said, yeah, I remember. Double powerbomb. There's Nick Wayne is now tagged in. Nick Wayne, of course, who ran in a number of weeks ago, won the matchup between Kane and Hangman in the opener to Saturday Night's main event. And that kind of led to this whole issue between these two teams. Now we're here tonight, trios action. Kane now taking the fight to Nick Wayne. Hangman Page against Christian Cage. Kane against Nick Wayne. Kill switch against Undertaker. Killing niggas. That's his new name. Killing niggas.
5 minutes.
It is too strong. Oh yeah, I set up Claudio versus Senshi. Well, of course, last week Claudio joined the Madness Association by running in on the matchup between Loki and Alberto Del Rio. After Del Rio attacked some of his partners in the opener Battle Royal, and no one from the Madness Association wanted to come down the ring with him, he called in the backups, and Claudio came to save his ass during the match against Loki. So tonight, those two squaring off, and Loki getting the win over Claudio Castagnoli. Now we see Undertaker and Christian Cage throwing down here, the two veterans for their respective teams. Taker tags out to Hangman Adam Page now. And we're right back where we started in this match, ladies and gentlemen. Christian against Hangman. Hangman with the big elbow in the corner. But quickly tagging out to Kill Switch, the muscle of the patriarchy. A picture-perfect moonsault all the way from the top. But he was too close to the ropes to get the pinfall, ladies and gentlemen. But is the damage done? Hangman soaring through the sky, Zac Efron style. Broke all the way free. But after that press slam into the standing moonsault, able to get a 2 count on Hangman Page, who tags back out to The Undertaker. Now I gotta upset Jeff somehow. It makes me sick. But Damon, listen, you want to make your push toward those trios championships, or to start picking apart the Incredible Family, you gotta, you gotta get there. He said, add more women, Jill.
10 minutes gone.
That's tough. Back body drop there from the Phenom, who tags out to his brother Kane. And now Christian suplexing Kane here in the ring. Christian infamously telling stories about having nightmares about Kane back in the day, chasing him in his dreams. Enziguri there from Kane. Not often you see the big man come off his feet, which is the antithesis of Juan's game plan all the time. Kane coming off his feet, Juan looking to... Nick Wayne now the legal man in this matchup as Kane tags back out to The Undertaker. And these two have a storied history here, ladies and gentlemen. Wait a minute, The Undertaker up top, what the hell? Leg drop from the top! Juan said, wait, what? I don't even know what I said, Juan. Listen, so long ago. Peace.
The past has been a moment in time that happened to exist in our youth.
The Undertaker taking the fight to both Christian and Nick Wayne there. Now has the leg, he has the heel hook. The kill switch saving the match for his team. Taker now tags back out to Hangman Adam Page. And now that Edge-O-Matic in homage to his former tag team partner gets a 2 count on Hangman, but Hangman finds a way to kick out. And now the frog splash from Christian. He said, I don't need to upset Jeff anymore, I'm chilling.
No, we'll see.
Christian on top again for another frog splash, this time to the back of Hangman. Off the ropes. Into the exploder suplex. Hangman Adam Page taking down Kill Switch. Yeah, because you're not beating the posse. Oh, my. Listen, I'm not saying that this is for like a match next week, but I say if there's a match in the future where Damon's team loses to the posse, any incarnation of the Madness Association losing to the posse, Damon has to get in this chat and say the following words: I obey. Now that's a stip you love to see. But not saying, you know, that the match should be anytime soon or nothing. I'm just saying that when that match should take place. You know what I mean? Once again, Juan coming on feet right there. Kane dragging Christian away from those ropes. And signaling it may be time for the end. But Christian with the Russian leg sweep. Now the reverse DDT, but dropping him headfirst on the back of his knee. And now just stamping on the back. And an uppercut from Christian as Nick Wayne is not a legal man. Off the ropes they both go. I love a boot there from Nick Wayne, takes down Kane. And just look at this exchange between these two competitors here, back and forth, Nick Wayne and Kane. Super kick! Big shot there from Wayne. Targeting the arm here, Kane. Doing some damage and a scoop slam sends Nick Wayne out of the ring. Now on the floor, The Undertaker with the tombstone to Nick Wayne. 7, 8, these men have got to get back in the ring before the count of 20 or this one ends. And now Kane, tombstone of his own on the floor. 16, 17, Wayne's got to get back in here with the count of 20. And just narrowly does it. The Undertaker swings that chair, hits Kill Switch. And now Hell's Gate! Hell's Gate is in! And he taps out! And The Undertaker, Kane, and Hangman Adam Page get the win! What a co-main event, I should say that was. Ending with the Hell's Gate from The Undertaker tapping out Nick Wayne, who thought he was unbeatable. He was humbled here tonight. One would hope with that Hell's Gate. It's already going on a 3-hour stream where we're already coming up to our main event right here. A defense for Shane Swerve Strickland. That was quick. Even throwing a member of the congregation due to Icy forming an alliance. Again, Damon trying to ham fist Poish.
How you doing, man?
An association here with Icy. Now you got a question. Is this because he desperately wants the alliance with Icy? Or is he afraid of the team that Icy has formed? And he's trying to avoid at all costs having to go up against them? Zelina Vega interference was not authorized by the congregation. This is a reminder, ladies and gentlemen. Today didn't feel like a 3-hour stream. Hey, listen, you know, those are the best ones sometimes. You saw that, Washington. They had to go to the White House. Oh, so Zelina Vega got the authorization from the White House to run in on your match.
Oh, I don't think so.
Swerve has another huge defense here tonight, as he is defending his championship against a legend of this business. Man who's recently stood toe-to-toe with Triple H in the ring here on Saturday night's main event. Tonight, will Swerve retain as he has to do battle with the man I will name here very shortly. I don't know, man. It felt authorized. Or maybe Zelina's looking to switch teams. Got to contact your members and see. This is what I was thinking the true intent of Damon was. Form the alliance so he has easier access to recruit members of other teams now. He can have illegal talks behind the back of Icy with his teammates, his team members. Bring him in from close quarters. Ladies and gentlemen, can Swerve successfully defend the championship tonight against the great Muta, the legend? Or will Muta fall short to the current champion? Folks, I just gotta ask you, whose house? We're gonna find out here tonight, folks, as the challenger, the great Muta, goes one-on-one inside of the landmine deathmatch where we have weapons scattered throughout. And of course, on the outside of the ring, the explosive barbed wire you want to avoid at all costs. Great Muta challenges Swerve Strickland for the Twitch Championship. Let's get into it. Jeff's house.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Well, it looks like me and Selena need to have a conversation. Hey, I think that's a good idea. Cars, Steve Deathmatch events. We're ringing the bell, and here we go. Main event time, ladies and gentlemen. The Swerve sending the barbed wire first. Courtesy of the great Muta, who's looking to become the champion here tonight. He's never held the Twitch Championship. It's tonight a first for this legend, this Hall of Famer. In our great main event of episode 124, Saturday night's main event, the heel hook. There from the great Muta, slowing him down, trying to work him over. But now Swerve, head scissors, sends him into the explosive barbed wire. No, it doesn't explode. He avoided it. Ow! Muta, once again, doing the seemingly impossible. Goes for the cover, not able to even get a one. Was thinking for a tackle there. But Swerve able to avoid that. Swerve and Muta. Muta has the side headlock applied here right next to the barbed wire in the corner. You see barbed wire in every corner. You see table shards, sledgehammers, explosive barbed wire on the floor that you want to avoid at all costs, as you see great Muta do, even though he was sent to the outside. Chairs and baseball bats galore. Championship on the line as predictions come to a close. Who leaves tonight with the gold? Will it be the current champion Swerve, or will it be the great Muta? Let's do the number on Swerve right now, I must say. Both men into the barbed wire, neither man bleeding yet. But that could change at any moment here. The champion has been on a very dominant reign here in his second reign as champion. And now the submission, just tearing away at the nose, and there it is. You see the cut. Opened up there, Muta tearing at the skin to ensure that Swerve would see red here tonight. Muta has the baseball bat. Swerve not backing down from him at all. Avoiding the suplex there and an elbow to the lower back. But attacking the leg there, Muta doing a very smart thing. And a huge open hand slap. All respect out the window here when the Twitch Championship is on the line. Basement dropkick takes out the knee of the champion Swerve. Suplex sent him into the explosive barbed wire. But you see, that does not deter our champion any. Maybe destructive as ever, but the champion is on a mission. As hungry as he was on the day that he won the championship, he is not backing down tonight from the legendary Great Muta. Even laughing through the pain. He's finding a way to stay alive in this one. But you see all the blood there on the mat, ladies and gentlemen. That is not anyone's but Swerve's. So Swerve's still going through it here. But he can lick the wounds and shed his tears backstage after a retention. He refuses to show the emotion to elicit the reaction. To give the reaction, I should say, that Muta is looking to elicit here by putting him through this torture. Great Muta again. Targeting the legs of Swerve, but now rolls through into the pay dirt. Off the ropes he goes. Changing course because Muta got to his feet.
Yeah.
And now the challenger again trying to dissect the champion, but the champion staying in this. That reaction with an equal and opposite reaction, but the chair across the face, Swerve avoiding it.
10 minutes left.
Could not avoid the basement drop kick though. Now once again in the barbed wire, Muta seemingly knowing what the champion is going for before the champion can even execute. But nothing that the challenger could do could stop that suplex nor the enziguri. Even with that, Swerve, oh my gosh! The miss to the face! You see Swerve is now covered in the ilk. Green galore. He's not hulking out, ladies and gentlemen. Muta caught him with the mist, and he's still bleeding. So it's in the open wound. And now Swerve, house call, house call! Stomping on the fingies of the Great Muta as well, but the challenger, Shining Wizard! Shining Wizard! It may be over, ladies and gentlemen. We may have a new champion here. Only until the champion survives. But what more does Swerve need to give in this one? A discus lariat flattening the challenger. Yeah. Rolls through pay dirt. And now looking for a big suplex. Might have him. Going for the cover. It may be over. It is! Swerve survived the onslaught and leaves the same way he entered episode 124. The Twitch champion! You absolutely let us see it. The rolling brainbuster at 14 minutes and 9 seconds. Swerve is still your Twitch champion. And ladies and gentlemen, with that, our night has come to an end. Thank you once again to everybody who was here tonight, hanging out. I hope you enjoyed tonight's festivities. We had a hell of a night of action. Short of this dry cough, this was like a perfect show. A few upsetting finishes to a few matches. But short of that, the matches themselves were all pretty great. And that was a hell of a main event we had right there. Hell of a trios match right before it, too. We had a lot of six-man action, or six-person matches tonight. But I wouldn't have it any other way. We had some great quality content here tonight. And next weekend for 125, I got to imagine the matches are going to be even better. Wrap this shit up. Okay. Well, we're going to raid the Ghost Girl stream. Ladies and gentlemen, she's doing IRL right now. I think she's going to have a Taki sandwich, if I'm not mistaken. So her stomach's about to sound like the RVD theme song, ladies and gentlemen. So before we are out of here, I want to say I thank you. I appreciate you. I love you. And until the next stream, which should be Journey of Wrestling, I want you to enjoy the rest of your Independence Day weekend. Okay, the Wendy's show. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're almost at 1:30. It's crazy to even say that. But Juan, thank you for the big bit. I appreciate that. Y'all be sure to copy the raid message. Thank you, Jeff and Juan, for popping it out. Thank you, Jeff, for being the greatest man of all time, holding it down tonight. Thank you to Icy for being here. Juan for being here and hitting the fits all night. Thank you to Simone, Danielle, Ghost Girl herself, JT, Damon, of course, Sinister, everybody who was in the building tonight hanging out. Hope y'all enjoyed the stream. I certainly enjoyed it. And I hope to see you here next time. But until then, like I said, I appreciate you. I thank you. I love you. And I'll see you on the next one, hopefully. Good night, y'all.
Dumb as a brick with shitty music taste. I know it's looking like I might be really doing things, but I ain't doing shit.
But looking on your page, I see you meditating, thriving, and going places. Finally got somebody to take you on vacation. Honestly, I was hoping that was your friend taking all the pics and stuff, but nonetheless, congratulations, I'm happy for you and shit. Every time they see me, they saw you. Now everybody asking me, what the fuck did I do?
And if you're still here, means you didn't go over the radar, you're watching the body, which I appreciate you. I thank you, I love you, but we're gonna get out of here. Let's see what Ghost Girl up to. Y'all have a good night, man.
It's actually the first time I brought it up. That's what I'm saying. So okay, like, feel warmish. Obviously, that's what we're here for. Okay, well,